peeps, Suzanna here today for SpiegelMom Scraps to share with you the June sketch challenge. So this is a sketch. It's a grid and there's 6 rectangles in it, and you can use 3 photos if you want. That's how I interpreted this particular sketch this month, and I used a little shaker to incorporate my SpiegelMom Scraps sequence into this grid layout. So these pictures are of my son, and he got his learners recently, and he is learning to drive, and it's both scary and exciting at the same time. So I actually have a grundle of pictures of this particular incident. This is the first time that he has been in the car driving with me in the car. Typically my husband is the brave one to take him out, and so I used that particular piece of pattern paper from Studio Calico. It's from my stash. I'm just trying to use up some old stuff. Other than my scrap room kits, and I do pay for a few of those, the add-ons, I am really trying not to purchase a whole lot because I have a ton of stuff, and so I really am trying to use up old stuff and freshen it up with the new stuff that comes in the kits. So I used that particular piece of pattern paper because it contained the colors that were in the photo, and then I dug through my stash, and this particular piece of pattern paper is from Cool Kid, from Crate Paper, because it was a similar blue to one of the blues that are in there, and I'm going to use an olivey color and some yellow and some red. So I wanted to create a pocket for that olive green tag, and I have this yellow, and I can't see it right now, so I can't tell you who it is, and I'm just going to create my own little pocket from that, only I created the pocket in reverse so that the tabs go the wrong way, and that's fine. It's still a pocket. I was too lazy to get my scorer, so I'm just going to use the edge of my Wonder Tool from Vicky Boutin and just score in the lines for the folds there. So you can see how, yeah, I cut the wrong tags, but oh well. Still works, and it's functional. And I'm not sure what that piece of pattern paper is, to be completely honest with you. It's a yellow. It's from a 6x6 pattern paper pad. But beyond that, I am not sure. And so I have used 3 photos like I had indicated in the sketch, and then I have these 2 pieces of pattern paper that I've cut down to the same size, and it's slightly less than 4x3, so that you still have that white space, and then this little pocket tag here for that green tag. And I had actually 4 photos printed. 2 of them were very similar, so I just shuffled around the pictures there. So that strip down the bottom there is from a very, very old Bella Boulevard collection, and I just like the way that it tied all the colors in together. So quick and easy, really, putting that together. The more difficult part, or the easy part, however easy you want to make this, is embellishing. I could easily have just left the layout like that, but I like a little bit more to my layouts. Well, I would have titled it, of course. So I am now digging through my pile of sequins from SpiegelMom Scraps, and I'm looking for colors that are going to coordinate with this. Jody knows that I don't find that she uses a lot of red, and Jody also knows that I love red sequins. Red is one of my favorite colors, so I'm looking for red and blue primarily, and I will put in a little bit of green and or yellow. I actually don't think I put any green in, but there is yellow in there, and I will link you up to the names of the sequence mixes that I'm using in the description box down below. One of them is actually, it's Oh What Fun, a Christmas collection that I use a lot of, and the reason I do use a lot of that particular collection is because it does have red in it. It also has a blue in it too, which is kind of cool. So this is just it's a envelope, a sealable envelope from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L, and I've done this before for SpiegelMom Scraps to create a little shaker pocket. Just seal it and voila, it's got a sticky back to it and you just stick it down. So you can store goodies in it, you can store keepsakes in it, but I like to put sequins in it. It's something that I saw them do at Creativation or CHA in January, and I've taken it and applied it to my scrapbook pages. So this is just a sticker book from Dear Lizzie, and I loved the little cars. It sort of was stuck with the theme of this particular layout. There was too much white in the top and the bottom of it's kind of a thin paper, almost like a washi, so I just trimmed off the top and the bottom so that it wasn't too distracting, and the white actually competed with the white of the cardstock. So by doing that, you can just see the little cars, and that added a fun footer to the bottom of the page. So I'm committing to this grid. I'm just going to use my ruler to line up these pictures and make sure that they go in a straight line. I'm not so much worried about the spacing in between as I am just making sure that the pictures are straight up the top and then that they're going to be straight at the bottom as well. So this is a sketch challenge for SpiegelMom Scraps. You can enter over on the Facebook page, 15 minutes to win with 15 minutes with SpiegelMom Scraps. I will also link you up in the description box down below for that. There's a $10 gift card to be won. You do not have to use SpiegelMom Scraps product, although that would be great if you had sequins and used that. And now I'm going to embellish this a little bit more. I have that sticker book still. These are some stars from Pink Fresh Studio, and I love this round sticker element and how it sort of breaks up the grid. So I'm going to use that. And then I found another really cool, so the funny thing about this layout is that some of the sentiments that are on there are about love and nice positive things, and then some of them, like crazy moments and seriously, are sort of attest more to the not freakishness, but the shock of having a teen driver. So those are all from Pink Fresh Studio. And I'm actually going to move that black arrow. The weight of it didn't work for me. And I am going to, off camera, I believe, put in a third circle. So you'll see in the title, I'm going to use a big chipboard heart from a Thickers pack from Amy Tangerine. And then I felt like I needed a third circle to close that off. And so I found a circle from a Jelly Bean Soup collection, and that just created the visual triangle there. I liked that tag that I had there that says Crazy Moments from Pink Fresh Studio over the shaker pocket, but the problem was it covered a lot of the shaker pocket. I also felt like I really needed something up on that top right paper square there, so that's why I'm going to put the Crazy Moments, and I did pop that off with just using some fun foam there. Unfortunately, it covers the yellow, but you still do see the yellow peeking out from behind. And that allows me to use that black arrow there, and it makes it pop out, and it also provides that contrast to that blue circle that says Capturing Details of Life. It needed a little bit of contrast, otherwise that circle just sort of stands out on its own there. Just a few little embellishments. That circle seemed a little lonely by itself, so it has a few little stars, and just kind of rifling through the book to see what other things will go. I did really like that red arrow, the red pointer, and it would have looked okay on the picture with my son in the top left, but it really didn't. It actually broke up the visual triangle, so that's why I opted to just skip that. So now I know I need a title, and that's what I'm pointing to there. This is where I know I want the title to go, but what do I want? And then I thought, do I want anything else to go with that car there? So I pulled out these chipboard stickers from Cocoa Daisy, and I was going to put the title there, but it kind of didn't do anything for me, so I just used the N on the shaker pocket, and because his name is Nicholas, so N for Nicholas. And I loved that, and that black and the circle and how it just tied everything in together. There was a the black wasn't completely, I think in the moving of the chipboard, it sort of created a crease fold in this. So that's what I was doing, was just using a black marker to color that in. And that just little heart tied it all together and brought the grid layout down to the footer there. So that, my friends, is my interpretation of my sketch for the June SpiegelMom Scraps Sketch Challenge this month. I hope you play along with us, and again, join us over on Facebook to submit your entries. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Take care.